What's going on, you guys? It's me, Mr. Lombex, bringing you a sorta, kinda, yeah, highly requested video, and I don't think I ever did one of these before on this game. My settings, my go-to, my mod pack, Strikepack, game pack settings for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, I use jumping straight in. I use one game pack. I just use a Call of Duty Warzone version 1.1.0 right now, going straight in. Now, you guys, feel free to copy as you wish, everything step by step. If not, put your own guns, put your own settings, but I'm breaking everything down to you, the how-to, the what ifs, and what I run. All right, so I'm explaining everything as I go. I'm even going to show you, in-game options and all that, what you got to have enabled and all that jazz. Now, jumping straight into it, I match everything, of course. I play in a 6.6, boom. Whatever you play on, you want to make sure you match it here. My response curve type, I play standard. I feel like standard is just the best way to go for me. But you can play linear or dynamic if you love linear, if you love dynamic. Now, choosing any one of these is pretty insane. It's way stronger than just playing standard. But a lot of people think the aim assist don't work, or it gives them a hard time because they're playing on linear and dynamic. Bear in mind that if you play on any of these, you got to play with your numbers and your sensitivity. So let's say you play on 7, whatever you play on 10, 15, 1,000, for example. Whatever you play, you might have to adjust that to something that you're not used to playing, just to get the benefits out of the aim assist mod working with these response curve types. Excuse me. Now, do you understand that? So let's say you play on linear, you're gonna have to mess with your sensitivity numbers here, and as well as your ADS in game. The bigger number, the 1 point whatever, yeah, that too. Even though Collective Minds recommends leaving that at a 1.0, you're gonna have to mess with that too. I found that putting mine lower, I believe like a 90 works best for me, perfect for me for playing as standard. But to each his own. Just a heads up, if you're playing again on linear dynamic, you have to mess with all your numbers. You can't just set it like that, boom, boom, match that, and forget it, and that thing is gonna work. It's just like the Corona's in. You got to get your numbers and to get what feels right for you. Right? Everyone's different, so just bear that in mind. And I explained that to countless people, and they got it right. They worked on it and they got it right. So little heads up, guys. You got to just play with your numbers to get it right. Global mods are hair triggers, ADS anti-recoil quick edit, profile switch. I leave weapon swap PS4 side light bar, so I know when I press triangle and I switch my weapon. Primary is green. Red indicates secondary, so I know what the strike pack recognizes, what I got in my hand. Fast reload disabled. I leave that disabled, but I'm gonna show you guys what you gotta have in game in order to have this enabled. I just turned this off because sometimes I do rock. Well, normally I do rock sleight of hand for the perk on the gun. And I feel like sleight of hand is actually faster. Obviously, it reloads faster than this, and it just works all around the way I play. But some of you guys that don't rock sleight of hand, I'd rather have this. I'm gonna show you what you gotta have, enabled in order to have this enabled in the game. Primary weapon. Now I leave these triangle, circle. Well, Y and Xbox and B. The first one weapon profile, second weapon profile, green and red. I leave it regular fire. Leave this alone. Aim assist. Same thing here. I don't put nothing, and aim assist disabled. Then I disable both paddles. Mainly, I focus on these, the game packs. I mean, not the game packs, excuse me, the loadouts. The loadouts for this game pack. Now, these are the loadouts specifically made, not specific, well, they intentionally made this for Warzone, but I'm tell you guys, this works on multiplayer as well. That's why everything is in this game pack. So why use anything else? That's just me. That's why I'm showing you guys what I use. And it's just simple. When I switch to multiplayer, when I switch to Warzone, everything is here that I need. I got my baby, my M4A1, my favorite gun in the game right here. This is my first loadout. My secondary, I just leave regular fire because I normally run with a melee, either a knife or the sticks. I forgot the name of those sticks, the kendo sticks, whatever they're called. I usually run with a melee secondary because that's how I play on multiplayer. That's just multiplayer. This is my second loadout, the FAL. Now, you guys got to be using the FAL. Trust me, put the FAL here, or your first loadout, whatever. Try out the FAL with the buffet guy. Warzone and multiplayer, it's insane. You could run any attachment you want using this game pack, minus using a clip that's like more than changing the stock. And I'm explaining that to you later on in the video. But this is insane. It does so much damage. The FAL is so good right now. And then I run regular fire, same here. Just regular in case I'm running like a melee, like I said. And then MP7, I'm trying out the MP7. I hung up the MP5. I'm leaving the MP5 alone because I feel like with the nerfs they got and stuff like that, it's just it's still good, but I'm trying out. I'm branching out. So MP7, I'm trying out the MP7. Same here, regular fire. I run around with a melee. Now for Warzone, this is my Warzone. Number 4 is my Warzone. This is my Warzone loadout. Now I'm always changing my secondary. It depends how I feel. I'm always changing my secondary. But M4, I'm always leaving it the same. Secondary, I'm starting to get better with snipers. So I have the HDR. I switch between the AX and the HDR depending how I'm feeling and what I'm going for, and usually like challenges and stuff like that. But for Warzone, I'm either using a sniper or I'll just throw an MP7. So is the MP7 or the HDR? And this is my Warzone. Now you just got to bear in mind, keep in mind what numbers, like what guns you have. Like the only thing you got to memorize is what you have in your first, load out your second, load out your third, fourth, and fifth. Fifth, I don't have anything, as you can see, because all I need is like 4, mainly 3, 4. So I don't really need the fifth one, but that's it. You can copy along. This is my setup. And if you ever need to change anything, switch anything, put let's say you want to come on Loadout and be like, no, Max is crazy, he don't got nothing secondary, and you like to run like a Renetti, or you like to run like SMG or MP5, come on here and put it. You don't got to copy exactly word for word everything that's on here that I run. Just do yourself. Just run it yourself. Now, what I do, what change I am gonna do is let me enable fast reload so I can show you guys, because a lot of you guys having issues and trouble with fast reload. So let me enable fast reload and I'll show you in game of how it works. But if you're running my exact same setup and everything, leave this disabled because I don't use it. I don't run it. But for the sake of video, I'm have it on. So just to show you guys in game. Now let's go. All right, guys, right here I'm gonna run through my loadouts for you guys, just showing them off. Now, first, let me just say this. First things first, the M4, this is not the original way I run the M4. I'm going to show you right now the original way I run the M4, which is like this. This is my M4. Grenadier, tack, GI, stipple grip, sleight of hand. No stock, no ammunition, no barrel. This is my go-to. The reason why I don't have it like this is because I want to show you guys the fast reload. But if you guys, I know you're going to ask what I normally run my M4, this is it right here. Boom. But for the sake of this video, I am just going to run it like this with the monitor thick and the Commander 4 grip to show you guys the fast reload. Now, never, if you're running the Strikepack or even corners, and never put anything in the ammunition slot, no matter what gun you're running. And it sucks for the Fennec because we all know that gun, but don't run nothing. 50 round mag, 45 round mag, 10 round, none of this. Don't run because it can and it does interfere. Collective Minds recommends not running anything at all here in this slot because it does interfere with both aim assist and weapon AI detection, believe it or not. So they recommend just leaving it blank. You can run everything else. You can run anything else works with this loadout, with the weapon loadout selector, except for the clip. So try not to run anything more than a 30 round. All right. Now here's my second. Oh yeah, and ram. That's what they're called. The ram for these sticks right here. And yeah, I'm a noob. I run kill chain hardline sometimes. But yeah, thermite instant. But yeah, it's just for the sake of the video. I'm just putting these together. The foul. This is why I run the foul. Almost the same, just like my M4. MP7. Boom. That's how it go. And the Warzone, which is like the same thing. My M4. And then I just run the Brookside, the HDR. So that's how I switch. I don't normally just run this. I be switching every time. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I always switch my secondary when I'm in Warzone. But yeah. And the good thing about this, as long as you keep the gun in that slot, let's say you do have the M4 like me. For instance, I do have the M4 saved already in my first Warzone slot in the first loadout. You can always change out attachments. It doesn't really matter as long as you don't put anything for ammunition. If you leave ammunition cleared and just keep changing everything else, you'll still get the beam of a lifetime. You still get, you know, the optimized weapon AI for that gun, for that specific loadout that you have, which is pretty dope, pretty bananas. Now let me go through the settings. Start from the top. The options. So for me, default disabled. I leave that's on at 5. Leave it at 5. That's default. Never changed it. Never messed with it. I'll play at a 6.6, like I said. I brought it down. It's usually all right. This Collective Minds recommends 1. They recommend 1 because the way they set everything up, they do all their tests and everything with everything default, including the ADS sense multiplier. They leave it at 1, but I bring it all the way down. I find for me, my preference, at 90 works best, beautifully, especially with the standard, standard aim, curve, and aim assist. Now, like I said, I already explained this in the beginning of the video, linear and dynamic. If you're playing on linear and dynamic here, make sure one, you match it in the game pack itself, and two, don't just put it and then assume it's going to be good. If you're going to run linear dynamic, test out these numbers also. Like basically test everything you can. Test 1.0, then test 90, then test whatever, and also be changing this, because it could be changing something you're so used to. You could be so used to playing 9, 9, 10, 10, whatever high ass number, and it could be screwing you up, because remember the mod has its own set of requirements and numbers that works best together, you know, and it might not be the numbers that suits for you. That's why just try and test everything you can out, you know. Takes time, you know. It's annoying, it's a nuisance, but it's what you gotta do if you want to run it. Control the vibration, leave it enabled. That's very important. Leave it enabled. I always leave it enabled. Aim assist, standard. They recommend precision or focusing. I don't mess with any of them. Tried them. A little too much for me. I just like standard. I'm just an ordinary guy. I like standard. But if it's something that you want, like you precision or focusing, which, you know, focusing was broken, but I think they fixed it if I'm not mistaken. They probably did, probably haven't, but whatever. Run focusing, whatever, be a sweat. But I just leave it standard, and these are the rest of my settings. Now, here, use/reload behavior. This is where a lot of you guys saying that reload, the fast reload doesn't work, because we already know all the sweaties and all the everyone knows to change this to contextual tap. Now, I know it's good because when playing Warzone, you can just tap square to go on cars and pick up stuff, open boxes. But unfortunately, for the fast reload mod, you got to bring it down to this. It only works with tap to reload. Doesn't work with this. Doesn't work with this. It works with tap to reload. So once you have tap to reload, then you're good to go, and you're gonna see whatever weapon you have selected in your loadout or in the weapon profile. If you have a gun in your weapon profile, that is gonna work. It's gonna work for it. And that's about it. And these are the rest of my settings, and that's it. Now I'm gonna bring you to custom games just so I can show you guys, you know, how to switch between everything. Even though I did before, but I'm gonna do it again because that's what I do. Let go. Now that I'm in custom games, you guys, tournament mode. Hold the left button. Press the right paddle. First LED slot. I'm in mod mode, mod pass mode. Excuse me, and I don't know why I just took a help. But yeah. Now the way you navigate, and again, this works for both multi and Warzone. I'm in multiplayer right now. I'm in the custom games, but it also works for Warzone. Now I'm gonna show you what you gotta do before actually getting it to work for Warzone. But it's the same way. You wanna hold the touchpad. Press L1, and when it starts vibrating, it's gonna start vibrating like crazy. It's already at the first loadout. So if it's already at the first loadout number 1, whatever weapon you have at first loadout, for me, I got the M4. I'm gonna press X. It's gonna get one hard vibrate and it's gonna stop. Now I'm in my first loadout. So the gun I had my first and secondary is my first slot, the first LED slot, which is right here. I got the M4 and then the Ram Jams right here. So these are two I'm gonna be going over with. Second is the FAL. These are only two, and M4 and FAL. I just copied it and from multiplayer into a custom game so I can show you guys. Now if I ADS and shoot, you see it's no recoil. This is my first loadout that I got selected. Okay? Now obviously when you run out of ammo, it's gonna start coming down because it's gonna start bringing the recoil down. Now, I will say before you die or when you die, quickly you're gonna want to press options, press X on loadout. Start here and do the same thing. Hold touchpad. Press L1, the controller's gonna start vibrating like crazy. Now you navigate, go down. Now, when you press down, it's registering that. When you press up, it's registering that. So remember, when you press down, second loadout FAL, I press X. Now let's just say I kill myself. Now it's gonna recognize I got the FAL. I switched, right? This is how simple it is, guys. It's simple. That's it. Look at that. That's it. Look. Simple. I'm ADS. I'm gonna shoot. That's it. Simple as that. Now when you press triangle, the light flash to red. Now I'm in my secondary. Recognize my secondary, but I didn't put anything in my secondary. It's just regular fire, so it's not even gonna see regular fire. I could go ahead and put rapid fire. You could go ahead and put whatever gun you want, but I just left it rapid. I just left it regular fire. When I press triangle, it's gonna switch again. Now I know you saw the fast reload again. Let me show you. Actually, I don't have enough ammo, so let me switch back to my my first loadout, which is the M4. Let me call myself again. I know you saw the fast reload if you did, but I'm gonna show it again if it didn't show, if it didn't work, if it didn't go through. Now I'm gonna shoot. Now I'm gonna just reload. See that? Shoot, reload. That's it. And you're back in action. It also comes with a cancel feature. So let's say you shoot and somebody, let's say you're reloading and somebody comes to your face, you just ADS and it's gonna cancel it. Once you start shooting, it's gonna cancel it. So it works on shooting. Not like, let's say someone's in front of you and shoot, it's gonna quickly cancel it. So pretty dope. See that? It's pretty dope. It works, guys. Just gotta make sure you have that. Don't have contextual tap. Make sure you have tap to reload. That's important in order for it to work. Tap to reload. All right. Now, for example, Warzone. All right. Let me just hear me out real quick. I'm gonna explain this. In Warzone, plunder, you don't need to worry about it. Plunder, you don't really need to worry about it because you could switch your loadouts anytime. Yeah, all your loadouts right there. But for BR, for Battle Royale, you have to wait. Unfortunately, you gotta wait until you get the loadout drop. So when you go, anybody in your team, or you purchase the loadout drop and you throw it, you throw the loadout drop, boom, it's coming down. When you go to it and you hold square, right when you hold square, then quickly hold this, boom, it's gonna bring up. Wait, let me just stop it real quick. Okay, and circle is to back out, is to stop it. So let's say boom, I threw it, I'm gonna come to it, I hold square, and it's gonna bring up my loadouts like this. You're gonna want to hold the touchpad. Press L1, it's gonna start vibrate, and then here, and then this is where you quickly select whatever loadout. So in this case, I will come down to like my Warzone loadout, wherever it is, and I'll just press X on it, boom, and then obviously it's gonna switch, boom, and I'm gonna have it, and then that's how you do it in Battle Royale. When you first drop in Battle Royale, when you first drop and you first spawn, I advise just turning off the Strikepack, like turning off mod pass. So you're gonna want to be in tournament mode. Just make sure your eyes are white. Left and right. Make sure the eyes are white. You got no mods. No mods activated. You're just gonna spawn in with a pistol, find weapons or whatever. I advise using the weapon, the loadout selector until you get the drop in Battle Royale. This is only for Battle Royale until you get the drop. Once you get your loadout drop, then before selecting it, you go down, go down like this and activate it. Oh, let me turn it back on. You activate it. And then you boom, 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 and then you select it. Now every time you press up is recognizing it in the mod pass, the Strikepack. So every time you go down, I'm on the 2, I'm on the 3, boom, and then now I got my loadout and I'm good to go. So I hope I explained everything to you guys the best way I can. I'd rather not show you guys actual in-game of how to do it, in-game gameplay. So I hope you guys understand that. So hope this video helped you out. Drop a like, subscribe if you are new, check out my other content. It's me, your boy, Mr. Longback. Now I know I'm gonna cut back on COD content, and I still keep bringing you guys, but this might be, this is it. This might be because I was like, you know what? Let me just bring you guys. A lot of people was asking for my settings, so here you go. But I got videos planned for the rest of this week, non-COD related. I got you guys with Rainbow Six Siege, and I got you guys with a few other games. So I don't want to spoil it, but like I said, it's being your boy, Mr. Longback. Stay safe, everybody. Wear a mask. And I'm out. Hey guys, if you're looking to get your own Strikepack, Cronus Max Plus, Cronus Zen, or anything off of the Collective Mind store, be sure to save yourself 10% off by using my special code Mr. Longback at checkout, or simply clicking the link that's in the description of this video.